Welcome into Pick Six. I'm Tatum Everett. This is Paul Allen. You know him as the voice of the Vikings. This show presented by KFAN, where we answer your fan questions. And as we're about a couple of weeks, I think, maybe a week or so away from training camp, things are getting really, really exciting, PA. So these are some really good questions, and I'm excited to get things going with the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your favorite training camp memory now that we're about to enter that long stretch of time?
I think it would be memories. And it's all the joint practices that I've seen from Mankato to Jacksonville and Denver at Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center, because they're antithetical to the grind of what you see with walkthroughs and training camp on a daily basis. Now, they can get vivacious and they can get very aggressive. In fact, back in Mankato like 15 years ago, I mean, there was nearly a brawl between Kansas City and the Minnesota Vikings. But getting like the Niners here against the Vikings, that's so cool. And, you know, if you got an opportunity to come to training camp 1 or 2 days, I try to make it one of those.
That's right. Vikings.com/training camp to get those tickets. They're on sale now. Joint practices will definitely be a hot ticket to have. The energy's just different.
Awesome.
I think for me, my favorite training camp memories, and really, I guess, memory coming back now, is the fact that these players will be able to be back out there signing autographs. I mean, one of the best parts about training camp is you're out there watching your favorite player, and then afterwards, maybe they'll throw you their glove. Maybe there's the ball around. Maybe you get them to sign, you have a conversation. Those moments you don't get to have in season. So that's one of the benefits of coming out to training camp.
So does it bring you back to like Baton Rouge when you were in line to get a Jamarcus Russell signed
You know, I wish
worn jersey
I
and you were
wish that
little
were
Tatum?
I wish that were the truth, but I was actually in college when Jamarcus Russell was at LSU, just his senior year. So
okay, well maybe it was basketball at Louisiana State University. It was Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. And there's little Tates in line going, Chris Jackson, Mahmoud, can I get an autograph?
Yeah. No, okay, that's basketball. Let's get back on track to the gridiron,
Yes,
PA.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Question number 2, coming from Brianna from Coon Rapids. What is a staple of an Ed Donatel defense? And do the Vikings have the right pieces?
Brianna, excellent question. And do the Vikings have the right pieces? That is such a major key to this entire equation, because when you change things as much as the Vikings have, offensively, defensively, and so on, if you do so with bad players, well then, I mean, that's a complete rebuild, but the Vikings don't have bad players. So defensively, Harrison Phillips and Harrison Smith, one in the front, one in the back. I mean, those guys are so smart and so good, it lends to the unpredictability and the toughness that Donatel defenses have shown over the years. So I would say toughness is what would characterize Ed Donatel's defense.
I think you're hitting a nail on the head there. Also his teaching ability. I spoke to a former player of his, ESPN's Matt Bowen. That interview is on Vikings.com right now. And he talked about the ability to teach the players, his ability to have this career so long lasting in the NFL. And so I think that's something you definitely want to check out, because if you want to know more, Brianna, about Ed Donatel, that's a good interview to catch.
You know what? I mean, I'm not trying to make this the longest pick six ever, but you hit on,
aren't you?
You said I hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
I mean, then you got it in there perfectly, because the scholarly nature of a lot of these coaches, now that I'm getting to meet them, this outside linebackers coach, Mike Smith, I had no idea how well respected he was around the NFL. So much so that players he used to coach who currently are on the Green Bay Packers will still like talk to him, you know, to like work through things, and Mike Pettin and so on. This is a fantastic staff.
All right, moving on to question number 3 so we can make it a shorter answer.
Okay.
This question's from DeKing.
Yeah.
He asks, how many sacks will the Vikings break the franchise record by?
Yeah,
we talked about, okay, so just for context, 1989, 71 sacks. The most we've had in the last 5 years is 40.
Yeah.
So just some context.
Well, in 20 we had a super special like 23 or 25. It was terrible. Well, to predict they're going to break the record is ridiculous. But the bottom line with Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter, the Minnesota Vikings have a chance to be a really, really, really good football team this year if they can keep Zadarius and Danielle Hunter healthy. You know, and I know that's a little cliched. Who cares? It is so true to the fortifying of this new defense. So I don't care about the record. I just want to see quarterbacks go down every single week.
Then I will say, I think he was being a little facetious, DeKing, and I appreciate your optimism. Moving on to question number 4.
Fumble.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Kene Nwangwu just took your spot as the 2 or 3 running back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was never going to be fast anyway. Alex from Maplewood.
Okay.
He asks, does Danielle Hunter have the most impressive physique of any Vikings player ever?
Oh, cool. Analyzing male physiques. Well, impressive is subjective, because what 94 Pat Williams was able to do with that physique, from a defensive tackle standpoint, the way he'd slide up and down the line and blow up screens and spin off guards and centers, I think that is an unbelievably impressive physique, because it flies in the face of what the world tells us is impressive. And Danielle, Adrian Peterson, Everson Griffin, super impressive physiques. What about Pat Williams? Let's not forget about the big boys.
I like the throwback. All right, question number 5 comes from Larome from Farmington. Will Kirk Cousins have an MVP season under Kevin O'Connell?
Love the question. Kirk is 50-1 to win the National Football League MVP. All right. Now, Josh Allen is favored, but favorites don't always win. Take that from a racetrack guy. And quarterbacks are the only ones who ever win MVP. So Kirk's a quarterback, so that means he's in the race. 50-1 is a ridiculously high number on somebody with statistical equity like Cousins, who I believe will have a cohesiveness with the head coach and the offensive coordinator, Wes Phillips, that'll be very, very good. So I think he has a chip chair and a chance, but the bottom line is he's sitting on his best season wearing these colors.
And last season's MVP, Aaron Rodgers, 16 games, 4,115 yards, and 37 touchdowns. If Kirk can do that,
wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah,
huh?
but I mean, I'm not trying to turn this into a shoe size contest between Green Bay and Minnesota, but Aaron lost his bailout guy, and that ain't trash talking, okay? I mean, when you lose Devontae Adams, that's big, but he was his bailout guy in the biggest situations. So we'll see what happens from there.
All right, I'm usually not too much of a stickler for the 30-second clock, but this one, I am holding you to this, okay?
Yeah.
Because we have a surprise question from someone that you know, Brian from Lakeville.
Aw.
He asks, in the 4 major sports leagues, NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA, what organizations share the same team name? Hint, there's 6. Remember, you have only 30 seconds to answer. I'll even let you read it on the card if it helps reading the
No,
question.
that's fine.
No?
Well,
Same mascots, 4 leagues.
Well, the LSU football program is basically a professional program, so you got Tigers there,
No.
and you got Tigers with Detroit.
You just wasted away your time.
My heavens.
I know.
Can I, well, let's go LA Kings and Sacramento Kings.
All right.
Let's go home. And can I get a hint?
New York.
Oh, yeah, Giants, San Francisco, New York.
New York again.
Buffalo Bills. I have no Bills in my pocket after the pick 5.
No. Rangers.
Oh, yeah, the Rangers and the Rangers. Texas, yeah. What else?
Cardinals.
Okay, Cardinals, yep. God, how did we lose that game week 2 last year, and how did I blow that call? Oh, my God.
What number were we at again?
I think we have one left.
Giants, Jets,
Yeah.
Rangers, Panthers.
Panthers. Oh, yes, Florida and the Charlotte team.
There you go. There you have it. That was a fun question.
That's a trivia question. I mean, what do I look like, Alex Trebek?
I mean, it is called Pick 6, and we answer your fan questions.
I understand. Let's get to that Niners joint practice so we can watch Next Level Shanny go against Donatel's defense and bam,
Look,
see what our boys look like.
You did much better than I did at the beginning. I could not get the Kings for some reason. I totally forgot about Sacramento. So good job, PA. Thanks for playing.
I appreciate you, Tatum.
Thanks for playing. This has been Pick 6. If you want to submit your questions, you can tweet at us at Tatum Everett at PA on the mic. And for Pick 6, we'll see you again probably next week. So get those questions in.